What do you consider the biggest threat to humanity? The world is fine. The people are fucked. George Carlin. Short term. Geopolitics. Long term. Oceanic eco-collapse. Ocean ecosystems collapsing. The rate of which the populations of fish have decreased are alarming, with common fish like tuna decreasing by 97% in the past few decades. Due to overfishing, coral reefs dying, fish getting extinct. It's all because of us, and it'll come back to haunt us. And it already is. The oceans contain 85% of all life on Earth. And yet we let these big companies throw one garbage truck full of trash into them every single minute. I imagine the oceans will be completely dead by 2070 or before, if it continues the way it is. Apathy. Short-sightedness and selfishness. Most people can't project, contemplate more than a decade or so in the future, let alone several generations past their own lives. I think this is part of the reason why religions first came to be, as a way to encourage a lifestyle that made sure you left the world in a better place, had a positive impact on your community and future generations. Human selfishness and ego has always been an issue. The only difference is that now there's so many of us and we're so advanced and interconnected that our selfishness is putting the future of all civilizations at risk. Antibiotic-resistant bacteria. What would the world be better off without? Dementia. The way it not only kills the body of yourself, loved one, but you first have to witness their personality in your relationship die and or become cruel in heartless. Bedbugs. Herbalife. Cancer. 24-hour news. To fill the time, they have these talking heads that bleed the super important line that divides news and editorial. They talk just to fill the time. It's garbage. Both CNN and Fox News are guilty of it. I'm not sure how anyone can watch it. I first became a news junkie in 2001 when the towers fell. Then, CNN headline was a 1-hour loop and they'd feed in a new segment when it was ready. So every hour it would change slightly. Not long later they introduced CNN Headline Prime, which was Nancy Grace and the ilk. They really popularized the talk to fill the time bullshit. Now that's all it is. I don't even watch CNN or Fox anymore. I catch my local news in morning with my coffee and listen to Morning Edition on NPR for the national news. All kinds of abuse to children and animals. Sex trafficking and rape. Cancer. Mosquitoes. Horrible parents. Edit. I realized I'm an idiot and spelled mosquitoes wrong. It should be fixed now. Without saying the movie, what is a famous line? This is obvious but still, snake stop. Why did it have to be snakes? Take the car. Go to Mom's. Kill Phil. Sorry. Grab Liz. Go to Winchester. Have a nice cold pint and wait for all this to blow over. Pardon my French, but Cameron is so tight that if you stuck a lump of coal up his ass, in 2 weeks you'd have a diamond. Donkey. My precious. Some men just want to watch the world burn. What are some myths people still strongly believe? That Einstein failed his grade school math class. It was the subject of a Ripley's Believe It or Not column in 1935 and Einstein himself refuted the article. In primary school he had been at the top of class and by 15 he had mastered differential and integral calculus. I genuinely believed for too many years that you shouldn't swallow an apple seed because a tree can start growing in you. That you should pee on a jellyfish sting for relief. Please don't do that. That blood is blue before it comes into contact with oxygen. I don't understand these people because blood literally carries oxygen through your body. That the underdogs are 1. Always good, 2. Always right. Fat turns into muscle when you work out. Edit. Yes, I know many people who actually believe that fat cells transform into muscle cells when you work out, and skinny people need to get fat before gaining muscle. It's not metaphorical. Also, another common fitness-related myth is sweating on its own causes fat loss, which is not true. It's only water weight that'll be lost. What comes to mind when you think of Australia? The Wiggles. Do not fuck with kangaroos. A fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Midnight oil. A huntsman spider. You got Siggy butt brain. What annoys you most when you go out to the movie theaters? Why? I'm on the tall side of the height range. I got to a movie early, as I always do, and sat down. After the movie had started, this family came in and sat behind me. The mother then asked me to move because I was blocking her kid's view. I pointed at the near empty theater and said, "You got here after me and there are plenty of free spots." She then went and got a worker to try and make me move. He sided with me and asked them to move. The entitlement of some people. The fact that I eat all my popcorn before the movie even starts. When the person in the back puts his feet on your seat or just randomly starts kicking your seat. Honestly, the people that are loud. I was watching The Conjuring 3 and people were talking and laughing the entire time. I don't care if it's not scary. You're in a movie theater. Shut the fuck up. The guys who think they should commentate the entire movie. The people who make loud comments or reactions to everything in the movie. What do you dip your fries in? Mayo with chili sauce. Aioli if I've got it. Might have a pot of ketchup for every third one though. Wendy's Frosty. Old Bay. Literal dip in Old Bay. Ranch or garlic aioli. Barbecue sauce.
Subscribe, my brothers.